Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Sacred Darkness with me, McKenna. And I would like to say a humongous thank you to every one of you who have chosen to respond to my videos with such thoughtful comments. The engagement has been truly fantastic and completely unexpected because TikTok can be brutal. So, what really matters to me is that this information is resonating with you, you find value in it, it is important to you. That's all, honestly, that matters. And it is an honor that I am able to transmit this information because I really feel like it's being downloaded and I'm just a vessel that is just passing out this information to you. So it is an honor that you favorite my videos, that you respond, that you like my videos, and you choose to follow. I'm truly thankful. I want to make a request this week. As this week begins, I want you to become very mindful of every time you're put in a situation that you find uncomfortable. Whether it's being rejected yet again, whether you are forced to speak in front of people in a presentation and it doesn't go as well as you thought, whether you this week you have to ask for help, whatever it is that puts you in a position that is not comfortable, I want you to be as aware of yourself as possible. When I say be aware of yourself, I mean listen to your body. Has your heart rate increased? Is there any tension in your shoulders? uh, has your mouth gone dry? Is there a tension headache that has started developing? Pay attention to what is happening to you physiologically, and then do your very best to start being aware of the conversation that's going on in your head. Do your best also to not judge yourself when all of this is going on. This is merely observation. Just listen to what your body has been doing for years, maybe even for decades. And the most unfortunate thing is that you have been conditioning it, you have been training it because it serves a purpose. It serves to, again, I know I use this word a lot, but it serves to protect you from something. You are trying to shield yourself from a certain level of discomfort that exposes you in a way that you may not want to face. And that's why I'm saying the best way to ensure that this system is no longer running in the background is for you to start being conscious of it and just observe what it does. Observe how it talks to you, whether it says the most abusive stuff to you. Don't do it trying to judge yourself or to criticize yourself. Just listen and feel what is going on in your body when you're in a really uncomfortable situation. It can be anything, whether you're sitting in traffic and it's been 30 minutes and that feeling is creeping up, like what the hell is going on, or you're standing at a queue at the supermarket and it's taking much longer. There's always something running at the back of our heads that wants to control every situation. And I say this because of how important it's going to be for you to start mastering yourself. When you start mapping out your feelings, mapping out your thought system, you're going to start discovering patterns about yourself. You start realizing that I start thinking this way, feeling this way at certain times. It changes my mood. It affects my day so much that I'm almost unable to continue with other tasks in a sober way and in a way that I can actually execute what I want to do just as efficiently as if nothing was bothering me. I, I, I want you to really start understanding how you move, how you react to people, to circumstances that challenge you, that you don't like. Because when you start doing that, when you really start understanding yourself, then you're going to discover exactly how you work. Because once you start mapping out that system, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions every day, you will start to realize where your blind spots are. Because there's something about reacting to a situation. The minute you react, you don't have a chance to really think about it. You don't. You just immediately react to it. You are allowing a mechanism that has been running on autopilot to just keep running in the background without your own conscious knowledge. Let's take the example of you needing to make a presentation. And it's something that you've been working on, and the day comes for you to stand in front of your colleagues, maybe even some managers, and for you to present what you have. And maybe it doesn't go the way you thought, because maybe you are more nervous, a little more disorganized than you thought. Just listen to yourself afterwards. Listen to how critical you are of yourself. You don't give yourself any remorse. You don't give yourself any compassion, any kindness. You just rip into yourself and say the worst crap. You say the worst things, which is really, really unfortunate, because you were never a professional speaker. So, but this is how we are as human beings. The minute we are put in a position that we are uncomfortable in, like especially the more uncomfortable we are in a position, the more critical we are of ourselves, as though we were always supposed to know how that thing worked. If anything, that presentation, that where you bombed, it is showing you what went wrong and what you can work on to get it right the next time. That's not the time to beat yourself down, because the minute you do that, any other opportunity for you to be put in that exact same situation is going to be a terrible experience again, because all you're going to do now is just revert back to what happened and how you felt, how humiliated and small and exposed you felt. So there is no space in there where there's no reservoir, there's no memory bank that contains any information of encouragement. There's nothing in there where you said to yourself, you know what, it didn't work out that well this time, but next time I'll figure it out. I'm actually going to sit with myself and I'm going to see what went wrong. And I'll even talk to one or two or even three of my colleagues and ask them, what did you think of my presentation? And ask them to be honest. That is so much better than saying, you know, you look like a complete idiot in that thing, right? The way you made that presentation, you're such an amateur. You sounded stupid. All those times that you did, and then you go back ruminating over and over again on where you went wrong. And you're just beating yourself into the ground. And what is that going to do other than discourage you from the next opportunity? And even as I am doing this video, I feel uncomfortable because I haven't gotten this right. I understand that there's a formula and there's a way of speaking, and there's a way that, you know, you market these things. There's a way I'm supposed to look, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is, but there's a formula. And that's why so many other content creators get millions of views. It's not going to stop me from receiving criticism with grace and understanding for myself that this is still new to me and I'm still learning and I'm still figuring this out. Give yourself that same grace. But it starts first with understanding that system within you, the one that is tripping you up, the one that is running at the back of your mind, and you feel horrible, but you don't know why. But you should listen to yourself when you're in a very uncomfortable state. So that's all I want you to do this week. That's all I want you to do. Any situation this week where you are outside of any level of comfort, right? Anything that goes from a slight inconvenience to something that will cause you major anxiety, I want you to document how you feel in that moment, what you're usually thinking in that moment, how your physiological framework is reacting. Is did my heart beat faster? Again, I was talking about tension in your shoulders, and a dry mouth, or veins start popping out of the side of your of your head, or the front, because sometimes I see people have got like this serious, like, crazy veins just pop out. Start to really understand yourself, and really understand how you work. Understand your mechanisms. You're no longer going to feel like you're not in control anymore. And that's where it starts. Because when you master yourself, when you really, really understand yourself inside and out, there's very little that can deter you from accomplishing bigger goals than you had anticipated. Why? Because you start to expand your capacity for discomfort. Because you've started to realize that this is a continuous learning process, and the last thing you need is to beat yourself down. I hope that you take this opportunity to run with this exercise, that the next time this week, because I can guarantee you, you will be in a position that you do not like, that will inconvenience you. I hope that you can take this framework and apply it and really document what happens to you when you're in that position. And I hope that you can share it with me. You can inbox me, or you can respond to this video. I would love for us to continue to talk, because this has been mind-blowing for me. The feedback that I've been receiving, and people who are going along this journey, those of us who are starting to be more and more self-aware and conscious of ourselves, because we have decided that we are not going to be ruled by the external world and what is going on. We're not going to be swayed anymore. We're going to take back control and anchor ourselves no matter what is going on around. Whether it's chaos, it doesn't matter what it is. You're just anchored. And that is my aim. Emotional sobriety, emotional alchemy, a deeper self-awareness, and a continued endeavor of self-mastery. And that is what the Sacred Darkness is about. Thank you so much for watching.